I keep seeing videos of people just modding their 3DS, talking about how much they love the 3DS, and while, don't get me wrong, I love the 3DS as well, it's one of my favorite handhelds, if not my favorite handheld of all time, but playing DS on this thing kinda stinks, like really bad. No, the performance isn't bad or anything, it's really just the graphics, the pixel density, if you really want to call it that. Of course, the 3DS can run DS games, and they run them just as well as on a DS, but if you look really closely, I really hope that my camera is doing justice and you can kind of tell the difference. Maybe you really gotta have an eye for it, but on the 3DS, DS games are kind of blurry. I don't know how else to describe it. It just doesn't look as sharp as it would on a DSi or on a DS. And I know before you go into the comments screaming at me and telling me all this stuff, I know there is a pixel perfect mode or whatever you want to call it, where it runs it at the native resolution of the DS on the 3DS. And by the way to do this is when you're running a DS game on your 3DS, when you're launching it, you hold start and select at the same time while it's launching. But here's the thing. Yes, you can do it this way, but as you can already probably see in the video, it is small and it takes up like such a small portion of the screen that I don't even think the actual native DS is this small. And this is on my 2DS XL. Maybe it actually is the same size as a DS. I would really have to find out. I don't know. But it's too small, and that's what they have to do in order to get that perfect pixel or to make it even just look as sharp as it does on a DS. And realistically, who wants to play their DS games like this? I'm sure there's people out there who are like, yeah, I play it like this. I don't really mind. That's great. You know, everyone has their own preference. But when it came to me, I could not for the life of me play DS games on my 3DS. And when it came to DS games, I had to get a DSi or just a DS because they just didn't look that good on the 3DS. Always. Ever since I had the 3DS, I've always felt this way. I will say the 3DS is definitely superior in every other way. It does everything else better and it plays 3DS games amazingly. Everything looks good on a 3DS. Even when you're not using the 3D, there are a lot of really visually impressive games. Compared to the DSi XL, if you're wanting to play Pokemon or you want to play Mario or whatever it is that you want to play on the DS or the DSi, it just looks so much sharper. It just looks so much nicer on the DSi that if I were to play any of these games on my 3DS, they just would not hit the same. They would just be so blurry. And there is a scientific reason for this, and the reason is that the 3DS's resolution is just a little bit bigger. It's really that simple. I almost feel like there could have been a better workaround than this little pixel perfect mode that they made on it. Everyone keeps glazing the 3DS, which, you know, rightfully so, it does deserve it, but I feel like the DS and the DSi get so overlooked all the time when really this is such a shining part about the DS and the DSi, and it deserves its respect. The DS is such a great console, and I think it's one of the most popular, successful handhelds of all time. It makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of great games on the DS. There's a reason why they even made the 3DS was because they needed a DS2 or a successor to the thing. I mean, the DSi was supposed to be that as well, and it also removed the Game Boy slot, so I don't know if people will call it a successor, so to say. And it almost ruins the whole idea of the 3DS being reverse compatible. So yes, it is reverse compatible. You can play DS games on the 3DS. Is it really worth it? Not to me. I don't like to play it on this thing. Some of you might actually just be okay with this and you really don't care, and honestly, more power to you. If you are okay with this and you just want to play games and you just are happy that you're playing the DS games on your 3DS, absolutely, I agree with you. I think that's awesome, and I think the 3DS is a great console, but I just feel like the DSi is so underrated, and it's just a cool, nice handheld. It feels really good, it looks really good, and it's specifically the XL. I will say the XL is the game changer because when it's boosted up to that big of a screen, it just looks so good. Of course, it looks good on a DS, a regular size as well, but the XL, I'm telling you, it's just so much better. It just looks so good. And of course, this is for the gamers. I'm talking about the gamers, not the people who are just casuals. And as the 3DS modding and DS modding is getting more popular, these handhelds themselves are getting way more expensive. And so to have both is definitely a luxury, I will say that. But a lot of people will just skip over the DS and go straight to the 3DS because you can mod it, get all these 3DS games, get all these DS games, and they just don't even care about the DS, DSi, or XL, or any of that stuff. And I just feel like it really just needs to be known and spotlighted. You can have your modded 3DS, do whatever you want with it, but look at this. Look at this freaking DSi. Looks so good, and be jealous. That's all I really wanted to talk about. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want me to talk about more stuff like this, leave a like on the video. I would love to hear your thoughts on the DSi versus 3DS. I'll see you guys later.